Alrighty, what is going on? Happy Saturday. We are in for pull today at Powerhouse. The RDL rotation. Haven't actually filmed this one for the YouTube yet. I've only done it a couple times since the new programming has kicked off. It's obviously the replacement for the hyper extension. So take you through a bit of a chit chat, tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how to build a bigger back, because we all need a bigger posterior chain. Alright, we're kicking off on the Nautilus pull down, something that I have obviously had in my programming previously, but not at the start of the session. Just warming up here. We've got 2 plates loaded. The big one here is driving that elbow down towards the hip, and then also not rounding forward my shoulder at the top to get extra range, because it's actually not getting any more range from your lat. So just here is sufficient. So when I get to the top here, I'm not rounding forward just to get extra range there. And also keeping sort of a neutral / semi-supinated group. You can also get excessive range. So if I try and bring my elbow back too far, invariably you're just going to bring in other parts. So we just want to keep it on the lat as much as possible. Let's load up. I'll do another warm up with 3 plates. Then we'll load up a little bit more for a top set. We've got 4 plates plus a 2.5 loaded. So this is actually 2.5 loaded on last rotation.
Win a share of 50 million Flybuys points with First Choice Liquor Market this summer. First prize is 10 million Flybuys points. That's like a family trip to the Maldives or 2 years worth of groceries. Every $20 spent at First Choice Liquor Market is a chance to be one of 5,000 winners. Not a Flybuys member? Sign up in store at First Choice Liquor Market and get 1,000 bonus points. Head in store or online and scan your Flybuys to enter. Competition ends 4th February 2025. Open to Australian residents aged 18 plus. See website for full T's. Choose a drink wise. First Choice Liquor Market.
Yep. Like kind of what I'm thinking about in that set, so that was really good. I was able to match reps with 2.5 kilos added, so I'll do the right arm in a second. But while I take a breather, I thought I'd delve a bit deeper. So my opposite arm, I'm trying to get a tight grip on the handle here, as well as then sort of push up against it. Also on that eccentric control as well, sort of bring my lats down and sort of put downward pressure on my lats. I get a really good contraction down in my lats, keeps tension on the lats all the way through the eccentric, and sort of what I generally note regarding back movements. So obviously our ability to get our lats short reduces as we fatigue, hence why doing a movement like this at the start of the session that makes sense. Alright, now onto the back off for the right arm. So I've done the top set with both obviously left and right, back off with the right arm, left arm, and now the back off with the right arm. I've actually added 2.5 on this as well as the top set. Alright, let's get it. Oh yeah. Alright, into the meat and potatoes of the session, the RDL. So I haven't really done an RDL, in my training program, or haven't had it in there since, the lockdown garage vibes, which was, near and on 4 years ago, which I got decently strong at, but, upon reflection at some of the form and execution clips, weren't overly great. So I've done this for 2 rotations so far, so let's see what we can work up to today. focusing there on sort of breaking the floor with my feet, having the tension on the outside, as well as then, you know, shifting my hips back from the get-go. This was previously the hyperextension in this particular pull rotation. I've been running that for the better part of 2.5 years. So not that I got sick of it, and not that it wasn't giving me results, but I probably was getting a bit sick of it, and I wanted to get back into an RDL and test the waters, and you know, have a decent runway and ability to progress. So that's the thought process. Continue running up. I've done 1 plate, 2 plate, I'll do 3 plate now, and then we'll see. We'll see for the final warm up and see what the top set is looking like. I have a feeling 190 might be on the agenda. Alright, final warm up with 170. Let's test the waters. Nice. Fucking 200s there, easy. 200s there for sure. As I said to Olivia just after that set, 200 definitely on the cards. So if I look back at the logbook, this is only the third rotation doing this. So the first rotation was 160 for 8. Last rotation was 180 for 7. That was 190 for 7. You can probably see there was a little bit of thoracic rounding and sort of the upper mid back, maybe the last 1 to 3 reps. But I would only be concerned if I wasn't able to keep my lats tight, wasn't able to, do that, perform that safely. And I'm pretty comfortable with the way that I was able to perform that. I felt safe within the movement. It's not as if I'm snapping my shit up. I can handle this load. That's the thing. You know, if I'd never touched this before, different story. But the fact that I've touched this before, my body's accustomed to it. And I even think you can often tell if someone can move a load and feels comfortable and safe with a load just by the way that they walk out an RDL. So I'm walking that out and I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling locked in, I'm feeling like I can, I'm comfortable with this load. It's not, the load isn't throwing me around. So I think that's a big thing. So, you know, if you're trying to unrack it and you're still like, you can't even get yourself braced tight and all of that, that's probably, something to, monitor and be a little bit more concerned about. But anyway, because this is a new movement, and we're still learning the skill per se of doing an RDL and getting back into the groove of running this movement. So it's not as if I'm, balls to the wall in terms of that top set. Obviously it's very challenging, I'm hitting failure, but the runway is huge. So with that being said, we're doing 2 sets. The second set is with pauses at the bottom. So I'm just going to hold with 3 plates, so 140 for the back off, and really pause at the bottom and get as much out of it, get as much hamstring recruitment, and yeah, see how we go. So hopefully don't cook myself too much, but I will rest a little bit longer and then we'll go again. Onto the chest supported T-bar row. Now something chest supported, we're obviously on the RDL, which is not, there's a hip hinge movement. Something that we can load up, 75 kilos loaded for the top set. We're really good on the tunes this morning.
Yeah, not too bad, except the occasional ad.
Fair bit of Slim Shady before.
Yeah, and Nickelback.
Not against the Nickelback. Okie dokie. Strong. 3, 2, yep.
Go. Yep.
Yeah.
Up. Nice. Go on.
Right, onto the Nautilus vertical row, doing them single arm. With this one particularly, the reason why I do it unilaterally as opposed to bilaterally is because I kind of want to lean towards one side, the side that I'm working, and you otherwise obviously can't do that when you're doing both arms at the same time. If anyone's ever seen some of the UK guys do the Gym Leco row that's effectively a replica of this, you can load stupid amounts of weight. This one is a legit Nautilus one, so it's a lot heavier than something like the Gym Leco one. It particularly does drop off as you get short, but actually too much drop off. So it's kind of like I want to bring my elbow towards my hip. Anything past my hip, it just alleviates any tension off my lats. And then equally on the eccentrics, I want to, forcefully put some downward pressure. Therefore, it invariably will engage your lats a hell of a lot more. Hips back, slight lean to the left. Right, so only the second rotation of doing this. Pull down, so I've got the gym pin attachment, which you may or may not be able to see, with a couple of D handles attached. I don't typically do like a conventional lat pull down, and this is not a conventional pull down or lat pull down. It's more an upper back pull down focus. So I'll have a slight lean back and trying to drive my elbows down towards my hip, but keep my torso leant back. Really focusing on keeping my shoulders back and depressed, and scap retracted to avoid rounding my shoulders forward. That's the back component done for the workout. Now we're onto biceps now, so starting with the hammer strength machine preacher curl. Now this is actually quite a good exercise to be done unilaterally, but I'm actually able to lock in quite nicely, and from an alignment perspective I'm able to get sort of my elbows, wrists in a good spot by doing it bilaterally, so I might as well, from a time perspective, particularly when I'm doing 3 sets, to then therefore double that and make it 6 sets when you're doing both arms. So we've got 2 20s loaded. Alright, step forward, bicep curl with the cables. One thing I'm focusing on is keeping my elbows behind my body. Alrighty, I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. I've just got rear delts to go, so I'll overload that. Anyway, that's a wrap for the session. Another full session in the books. The off-season series continues. Oh, I'm just listening to the song. The playlist today has been absolutely banging. You know, we've got MGK rolling through. We've had Eminem. We've had now Linkin Park. Haven't even actually needed my headphones and the music in it. But anyway, the off-season series continues and rolls on. So if there's anything that you are wanting to see in terms of videos, content, information, pop it down below in the comments. That'd be greatly appreciated. So with that being said, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.